So Isabella, have you ever made fry bread before?
Yes, I have made fried bread once before.
Great. So we have an experienced cook with me today in the kitchen. So we are going to start off by basically just combining our ingredients. So this is a recipe with just a few ingredients. So the first thing we want to do is get 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt in a bowl, and then we'll mix it together. So Isabella, you were telling me that you are getting ready to graduate high school.
Yes,
1 year
I am.
left. So what are your plans after that?
After high school, I plan on attending BGSU college.
Awesome.
And like going forward, I would like to get my degree in psychology.
Wonderful, wonderful. We love to hear that we're gonna have a future Falcon in the room with us. So now we're going to add our wet ingredients to our mixture here. So for our wet ingredients, we want to have 3/4 a cup of cold water and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. So why don't you kind of start mixing it together with your hands, and then we'll see if we can form it into a big ball of dough.
Okay.
As she's doing that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to lay a little bit of flour out on our surface here, because we are gonna start rolling our dough out after that. And if you notice that your dough isn't mixing all together with the flour, what you wanna do is just start adding a little bit of water to the mixture until it's all combined. I think it's starting to look pretty good. Maybe we can pull it out of the bowl. See how it looks here. So as we said earlier, this recipe does include frying oil in a pan, which can be kind of dangerous in the kitchen. You don't want to knock this over or have any splashback. So anytime I'm cooking in the kitchen, I always turn the pan handle away from me so that I don't knock it accidentally. And then for this one, you want to fill it so it has about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of oil in the pan. So we're gonna turn this on. We don't want it super high because we don't want anything to burn. So we're gonna have it on just a little bit above medium heat to get it nice and warm for us so that we can fry our bread. So before we fry them, we'll roll each of these out, and then we'll be ready to put them in the hot oil. So when you were thinking about colleges, why did you choose BG?
Since it was close to home,
Yeah.
definitely want to be around my family.
Oh, that's so, see, I'm also a BGSU grad, and I can never say enough good things about the university, so you will have plenty of fun. Okay, now that we have a few rolled out, the last thing we want to do for these is just kind of poke a little hole in the center with our fingers, and then we will get our pan. So we want to get a pan and put it right next to where we're going to be frying them so that we have something to put them in right after they're done being fried. So I will set this right here. And I think this looks like it might be hot enough. So this is when you want to kind of lean on the adult in the kitchen so that the adult is the one who is doing the frying. But can you hand me one of the tongs and then one of the doughs, and we will see how these turn out. So you want to be very careful when you lay your dough into your frying pan so that none of the oil gives any splashback or hits you in the face or anything like that. And you can see it's already starting to fry. When you're cooking this, a really good indication that it's ready to be flipped over is to see some of the brown spots around the edge. And then you'll kind of also start seeing some of the dough start to bubble up a little bit. Depending on how hot you have your oil, it can take about 20 to 30 seconds before you have to flip it over to the other side. You can see it's starting to rise a little bit in here. We'll give it maybe 10 more seconds to make sure it gets nice and golden brown. And then we'll flip it over to the other side. And this is when you want to be careful so that none of the hot oil splashes back on you. Depending on how big your pan is too, you can cook a couple at a time. So maybe I can add one more in. And then I think this one we can take out. And you want to just have a pan here ready that you can set it there so that they can cool off. All right, maybe I'll cook one more. So what kind of toppings would you put on top of your fry bread?
Definitely some like chicken pesto.
Ooh, now that sounds really good. I think we have a future Ruby's Recipe chef in the making right here. So these are looking really good. I've turned off my stovetop. Another safety tip is to move your pan to the back of the stove so that nobody hits it while the oil is starting to cool down. But we are going to wait until these cool down a little bit, and then we are going to add some of our toppings. So while we let our fry bread kind of cool off and rest, we cleaned up our kitchen, and now it's time to add our toppings. So as we said, the star of today's show is honey. So we do have some local honey here with us from Beloved Honey, local to the Bowling Green area. So we are going to use this to top our fry bread. Would you like to help me with that?
Almost.
Perfect. So we will open that up and then have a spoon, and you can kind of spoon that on top and drizzle it across the fry bread. Fry bread is really great, and it's kind of a universal staple across a lot of different cultures. So we are making the Native American or indigenous people's fry bread, but you can actually add really any sort of toppings to this. So we are doing the sweet version today to feature the honey, but you can also do some savory versions. I actually even made this and then had it for my breakfast, and I put some cream cheese on top and had some fruit to put on top as well, and it was really, really good. So those look delicious. So why don't we bring out some that we've had before and talk about some of the other toppings that we can have. So like I said, this, you can have a savory version. So we have sort of like a Navajo sort of version of a taco, right? So we have the fry bread and then some refried beans and some lettuce, cheese, and tomatoes. So we have two other sweet options. Like I said, we had the honey, and then the other one that we had was sort of like something you could see at the fair, you know, an elephant ear. So thank you so much for your help today, Isabella, in making this fry bread. It is a very versatile recipe.